The sound of rain hitting the roof was the only thing that kept Thomas Green company that night. At 45, the retired firefighter sat alone on his front porch, staring into the dark Virginia woods beyond his small house. His knees ached. His back hurt more than usual. And the silence, it was louder than ever. 20 years had passed, yet he could still hear the faint sobs of the 7-year-old girl he found that stormy night. She was sitting on the steps of the fire station, soaked to the bone, clutching a ragged teddy bear. No one came looking for her. No one even asked. He named her Hope, because that's what she gave him when he had none left. After losing his wife in a car accident and being unable to have children of his own, Thomas never thought he'd be a father. But that night, everything changed. Hope grew up with fire in her heart and kindness in her soul. She asked more questions than any child he'd ever known. She'd sit in his lap and quiz him on everything, from how hoses worked to why he kept his wedding ring on a chain. As she got older, she'd race to the porch when he came home from long shifts, her little feet padding across the wooden floor as she yelled, "Daddy's home." But life wasn't always easy. Kids at school whispered things. "She's not really his daughter. He just found her on the street." Hope never said anything, but Thomas knew. Some days, she came home quieter. Some nights, he heard her cry herself to sleep. Still, she studied hard. She helped others. She volunteered. She hugged him every morning and every night without fail. But then came the day she left. College. New York City. Big dreams. Thomas smiled through his tears as he helped pack her bags. "Go chase the world, baby girl," he said, "but don't ever forget where home is." She didn't forget. Every Sunday, she called. Every birthday, she sent a handwritten letter, even though they still FaceTimed. But she kept something from him. Something big. 20 years to the day she arrived on his porch, Hope returned. This time, she drove up in a sleek black car, dressed in a navy blue suit, her eyes bright with purpose. Thomas, now walking with a cane, opened the screen door and froze. "Hope," he said, barely recognizing the confident woman in front of him. She ran into his arms. "You kept your promise," he whispered. "I always will," she replied. Then she handed him an envelope. Inside was a legal deed. His old, creaky house, with the leaky roof and rotting porch, had been bought out. In its place, a brand new state-of-the-art community center would be built, named after him, the Thomas Green Center for Hope and Family. "I used my first book royalties to start it," she said, tears streaming down her face. "It's for foster kids. For single dads. For people who need a second chance, like I got." Thomas was speechless. "You wrote a book?" "Hope found me," she said, nodding. "It's our story." That night, the porch was full again. Hope made dinner. Neighbors dropped by. Old friends laughed over warm food. The silence was gone, replaced with music, memories, and something even more powerful, legacy. Thomas sat beside the fire pit, looking at the stars. Hope leaned against him, her head on his shoulder, just like she used to when she was small. "You saved my life," she whispered. "No," he replied, kissing her forehead. "You gave mine back. Because sometimes, the greatest gifts don't come wrapped in paper. They come in second chances, rainy nights, and a little girl with no last name who chose to carry yours." Let this story remind us, one act of kindness can echo through generations.